Hey yo, it is Real Deal Phil McGill back again. It's been a little hiatus, been a while, but uh, after seeing a few things that I've seen like going on in the world lately, Iran, Israel, America stepping in, and the complete divide between men and women. I feel like I just need to get back in here and start pointing out some of the ridiculousness. So, without further ado, we're going to look at this video on why some of these women are acting crazy.
Men need to stop going after baddies if they are not mentally strong enough to date a baddie.
This is a PS fucking A from a man dem. Stop trying to date baddies if you're not ready for it.
It seems like most men have quit dating baddies, as you ladies are putting it, because, I guess we'll just wait until we get on the video. But from what I'm seeing, the average man is fed up.
Number one, she could be at a grocery store or a funeral home. Somebody is going to be hollering at her.
And that's what? Stroking her ego. That's why she does the things that she does, because she needs her ego stroked. They call that self-conscious.
Can you handle that? Really?
Oh, so we're self-conscious because we can't handle the fact that you're self-conscious. So you need someone constantly messaging you and looking at you and catcalling you and things of that nature. Oh, I'm sorry. Forgive me. I didn't realize that. Continue to educate me.
Ask yourself. Number two, the DMs is flooded, baby. Regardless of what she posts, regardless if she covers up, they gonna be sliding on in. If you have control issues and you don't like your girl looking sexy on a yacht shaking some ass, don't date a baddie.
On a yacht. Okay, yeah, let's just go to the real world. Most men don't have yachts. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and lay this out. I was going to a minute ago. Most men don't have yachts. Most men don't make six figures. Most men don't have six packs, and most men aren't over 6 foot tall. That is what we call the 80-20 rule. Okay. And in the real world, 80% of women are fighting and competing with each other for 20% of the men. And the inverse, 20% of the men are having the run of 80% of women. Why? Because most women want this thing that's a possible unicorn that they're not going to get. Some are going to get it. Not saying that it's impossible for everyone, of course, but only about 20% of you are going to end up with that in the end. That means 60% of you, actually 80, excuse me, sorry. 60% of you are going to what? Be shunned. Why are you going to be shunned? Because you've put average men down for years and years and years. And I'm sorry, say what you want. It takes an average man to build roads. It takes an average man to have the power. It takes an average man to make sure there's water in the toilet and water in the sink, and let's building a refrigerator, building an air conditioner, building a furnace, heat pump, to insulate your home, to roof it, to lay the sod in your backyard. There are percentages, very small, mind you, of women that do these trades, and kudos to them. Good on you. You are actually the exception to the rule. You're not the rule. But the inverse is true, to where 80% of the men that are average are doing all of these things. They're not making six figures, lady. Maybe the ones who keep the power on and some of the plumbers, but your average person is not. Now, granted, that's my experience living as a construction worker in Alabama. Okay. I understand Alabama is a cheaper economy than most every other state in the United States. So your experience may differ here, granted, but here in the real world, where men are the ones who make the paper, they make the metal, they make everything. Women don't make anything. You know what jobs women have? Teaching, food and service industry, HR, management. Okay. There's no actual real jobs being done by women anymore, except for that small minority, small percentage. And you do not completely swap gender roles of the production of this society based on the let's call it 2% of women that actually fulfill. I've known some lady female bricklayers. I've known some lady female heating and air technicians, some painters, some framers, things of this nature. And they worked their tail off and they hung in there and they did just like the men. But you can't pretend like they can lift as much. You can't pretend like they can go as long. You can't pretend like there's just a difference between men and women. It's a biological difference. Okay. And the more we fight it, the more we go against it, the more they're going to realize. But let's just continue to hear how these ladies have told us that we're wrong and we need to change and everything else when, they're basically run-of-the-mill skanks at this point who all want to look like a mold of Kim Kardashian for some stupid reason. Lip fillers, implants, BBLs, and Botox. I'm sorry, that does not appeal to the normal average American man. And if it does, and I'm speaking out of turn, fine, I will take the rap.
Stop going after immodest women if you want a woman who dresses modestly. You're not entitled.
I agree with that. I agree with that. And guess what? We have stopped going after women who don't dress modestly, because we don't want skanks. We don't want MTV. Okay. We don't want hoes
To date her and have her change her entire personality to fit your wants and needs and insecurities.
If you can't afford to be with a bad bitch, don't be with a bad bitch.
Oh, goodness gracious. Look here. It's Granny. It's 30 to 40-year-old Granny sitting here giving me advice and giving everybody advice. Are you serious? I'm sorry, Snow White, Cinderella. Your clock's running out, and I think it's almost midnight, so you might just be turning back into a pumpkin before too long. Now, that's not no slight towards older women. My wife is a gray-haired lady. That's fine. But she's also a housewife and a mother and a career person. She's in the medical field. She does overwhelmingly keep our house running. She is wonderful. She's appreciated. She's loved. She has freedom. She spends money as she wants to. She is the backbone of this home. Okay. And she's just as much as a provider as I am. Okay. So that's not no slight towards women, just towards women like this who think that, they're going to educate and tell us when they're in their 40s or 50s. I mean, she kind of looks young in her face, but her hair says at least middle 30s to late 40s, somewhere in that window. You have no clue what you're talking about, yet you're sitting here talking like a teenager. Insulting and humiliating. And furthermore, she's got the houndstooth scarf. That's even more insulting because I'm from Alabama, where houndstooth is prevalent because of Paul Bear Bryant from the Alabama football team. I hope like crazy. I really hope she's not from Alabama.
If you can't afford it,
disgusting.
Don't be with one. If you ain't got no money, take your broke ass home. Sure, maybe she's the one who's buying her makeup. She's doing her nails. She's paying for her hair. The least you could do when you show up with your ratty ass fucking t-shirt
and talking like, oh my gosh, what makes you think anybody wants to talk to you or hear you talk like that? Let me know if I'm wrong, man. Let me know if I'm wrong. Maybe it's just me. Jesus Christ is my Lord and Savior. And I get it. Andrew Wilson talks how he talks, and fair enough and fine. I don't want to hear people talk that way. I don't want to be around people that talk that way. Maybe that's just me. Maybe I'm the wrong. But that's just
and the fucking shorts that you've had since middle school is pay for fucking dinner. Oh, I'm a provider. Are you? Because if you were providing her with a little snack, with a little app.
She looks like a grandma. I'm just saying. And she's sitting here talking like she's 17. That's wow. This is the problem with our country. This is why America is a culture in decline right here.
Wouldn't be a fucking problem, but it seems to be.
She expects to be spoiled. whatever you've done in your other relationships, times 10. A baddie works on herself inside
That's the problem. She expects to be spoiled, you know?
and out. She's not gonna date someone who is complacent, lazy, stagnant, plateauing, lacking emotional intelligence, lacking swag.
It seems like you're lacking any intelligence if you cannot read the room. The room says that 80% of men are sick of your crap, and yet you're still doing it. You are not pretty enough. I'm sorry. She's very attractive. She's very gorgeous. Don't get me wrong. You are not pretty enough. Most of you women out there are not pretty enough to grab and hold on to the 20% of the men that you're thinking about. If I am a man, now I'm the worst example for this because I'm a Christian. But if I had millions of dollars and I had six-pack abs and I had the great looks and I had the height and the stature and the title and the success that all you ladies, and I'm talking about that large minority, not the whole, are looking for, why would I settle for any? I would want the very best, creme de la creme, the best rises to the top. We all know that. Well, I would go for the best, not some average. You're average, and yet you're acting like you're Beyonce, and Beyonce's even average to me, but maybe that's just me. The problem is you all think, because of the internet, because of wokeism, you all think that you're princesses. You're not. You're not. Okay? And I'm sorry to be the one to break it to you. I'm sorry to be. It sucks. I get it. It sucks. I thought I was going to be a rock star. I've got thousands and thousands of dollars worth of musical instruments and stuff like that, and I hardly even play it anymore. Why? Because I'm getting older, and I give my heart to Jesus, and Jesus does not care if I'm a rock star, and I don't even care if I'm a rock star. I don't want to be a rock star anymore. That's the thing. When I was a child, I did childish things. When I became a man, I put away childish things. And that we're going to leave it right there because, I mean, this is disgusting. We're literally turning into a lesser class of human beings. And I mean that as a whole, not for any one entity or race or class. We're all degrading. It's like the time of apostasy is upon us. But I'm going to leave it there.